there, my name is Deborah and I'm currently a language literacy trainer with Training Vision. My journey in teaching English started about 5 months ago when I was thinking about what to do with my career. I had been in marketing and sales for about 5 years, and I met with a life coach, and I consulted with her, and she told me based on test results and based on assessments that we did, that teaching and counseling would be two of the areas I should consider. So just thinking about teaching made me realize that teaching English as a foreign language would be something I like, because I've been a foreign student most of my life, having lived in Sri Lanka and the Philippines, and I really enjoy teaching foreigners English, and I used to do that on a volunteer basis. So I called 5 companies that provided TESOL classes, and basically I had a list of 20 questions to ask all of them. Very intensive, and I really grilled all of them. But I would have to say that when I called Heart Power and spoke to Zach, he gave me the most comprehensive answers, and he really seemed to know what he was talking about. So after all that, I decided to sign up with Heart Power, even though it wasn't the cheapest course, but I had a trust in Zach, and I knew that he would provide an excellent service as what he did when I first called him. So we started the course, and the trainer I had was called Mimi. She's a very interesting personality, and throughout the whole course, we did a lot of fishbowl experiences. Throughout the class, we did not have one dull moment. And for example, one of the things that she did with us that I still remember was she played a video of Mr. Bean going to the departmental store. So she would stop at different points of the video and ask the class to describe using verbs what Mr. Bean was doing. So one minute he could be sniffing someone's shoe, the next minute he could be poking his head through a door, and things like that. So these are the kind of things that we did in class. Lots of videos, songs that were played where we had to fill in adjectives, and many, many different exercises. Just by sitting through a short course, I managed to get about 50 to 60 creative ideas of games and activities that we could do to make the class more fun, because that's how learning sinks in. So after the course ended, Zach was really nice to have me do a placement with Ascend Education Center. For about 2 days, 3-hour lessons. I was completely nerve-wracked, but I went and prepared and ran the 3-hour lesson, and the good thing was the teacher, whose class I took over for 2 days, was very, very kind, and she gave me a very detailed assessment of every single activity that I did, and what were the good points, what were the points that I need to work on, and she was very good. So based on that, I learned so much. I learned that I had to make sure I had feedback time where everyone's attention was back to me and the board, and that's how I get all of them to do a little assessment of the activity, and many other things. And of course, after my practicum, Zach once again gave me the opportunity to work at 3 different jobs, and he offered me 3 options because he's so well connected with MDIS, MIS, and a lot of the other language institutions and universities in Singapore. So I was very grateful for him for that, and it's only because of the TESOL course and what Zach had offered that I was able to really find a good paying job at a training center. So thank you, Zach. Thank you, Heart Power. The initial